Got him. What's up guys, Chris from One More Cast. So we're out here today. We were gonna stop and get shrimp and try to target some sheephead, but none of the bait shops were open at this time, and I'm not about to wait around at a bait shop for bait. So we're gonna come out here, we're gonna do some artificial, try to get some trout, maybe a red, see what we can get out here. There's a ton of sheephead, so we're gonna try to throw some artificial shrimp and artificial crabs at the sheephead to see if we can get them to bite. But it's a really low tide. In my last video, whenever I was out here, the water line was actually right at the top of those rocks, and now it's actually about 3 to 4 feet under those rocks. So we're gonna come out here, see what we can do. I'm out here with my boy Manny, and we're gonna see what we can get into today, so you guys stay tuned. So we're out here. The wind's blowing from the northeast, so once we come around this corner, the wind's gonna be blowing right at us about, and I'm waiting to see. Yep, that whole flat is out of the water right now, and we're on a very low tide, very low tide. So we're gonna see what we can make of this. As y'all can see, it's only maybe 6 inches deep here. The wind's blowing from the northeast right at us. Normally we'd paddle across that. The last video I made, I actually came out here and I went right across there to that island that I used to camp on. So we're on a real negative tide right now, so all that's actually land. We could walk across that right now and not even get wet. So what we're gonna do is, there's a channel up here that'll keep us out of the wind. We'll be able to go through this channel, and all that land right there is gonna be blocking all the wind from that channel. So a lot of the fish, what they'll do is, if the wind's blowing in a certain area, it cools down this water temp. They're gonna go somewhere where there's not as much wind and settle down in there, because it's gonna be warmer over there than it is over here. But we're gonna get our stuff set up, and we'll be right back. We're out of that wind now. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna fish along these 2 mangrove edges, see if we can't find anything that's settled down right here below on this mangrove wall. Up. What you got? Nice, a little snook. Nice. I thought with it being cold it'd be... No, I'm on that mangrove. Ha 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 ha. That sucks. So man's got 2 snook. You're using the 4-inch, you said? Alright, I got the 3-inch on. I'm gonna throw it a little bit longer. If I don't get nothing, I'll probably put the 4 on. Figure with it being cold out, they'd be going after smaller profiles. But there is a lot of bait fish in this area. I wrapped up? Yeah, I'm wrapped up. Because he ain't pulling drag at all. Shit. There we go. I was wrapped around the spool. It's not a big fish, it's just I was wrapped up around the spool. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Not a big fish, but hey. Hang on. Nice, look at that. These little guys are pretty. Well, look at that. It's on that Texas side. Z-Man paddletail. Nice little snook. Surprised they're this active with it being this cold out. Manny's caught 3. I've got 2. I mean 1. This is my first one, so nice little guy. Alright, so we're gonna let him go. Easy, easy there. See, when he starts biting down on your finger, he's ready to go. And Manny just hooked into a snapper on that Z-Man paddletail. Nice. Jack, Manny's on fire today, guys. We just caught that snapper and he just hooked into a jack. Huh?
Next cast I hooked into a jack.
Let me see him. There, a little guy. Those guys are feisty. See, and we chose to stay out of the wind. You know, if we go right out there, it's terrible. If we go back out there, it's terrible. But just in this little tiny cut right here, we've together caught 4 snook, and he caught a jack and a snapper. So this morning, me and Manny, we didn't even talk about what baits we're throwing, and we just pulled up next to each other, and he's got a Mirrodine tied on. I've got a Mirrodine tied on. I've got a paddletail beer run on a Texas eye tied on. He's got a paddletail beer run with a Texas eye tied on. And then I have an eel on a regular jig head, and he has an eel with a regular jig head. So that just goes to show that great minds think alike. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can see this the way I can see it, but if you look right over the horizon, that brown line is all land. Normally that's 3 to 4 feet of water. Normally all of that is underwater and you can run a boat across that. This is crazy crazy low tide today. So they said it was going to be 5 to 10 mile an hour winds today. This is windy as hell. This has got to be at least 20 mile an hour winds. So what we're doing is we're going across this flat right here, and we're going to shoot over to that island, and we're going to drift on that island, and then once there's a cubby on the backside, so once we get to that cubby, we'll see if we can't hook into anything. Okay, so I finally made it across to this island that I used to camp on all the time. Once we got across, as soon as I hit about 50 feet out, the wind just slacked off. So if you can tell, the wind's blowing through here, and once you get on this side of the island all the way back, it's calm and flat. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take you guys on a tour through this island, show you guys a little bit, just as like a nature side of things, show you where we used to camp. I haven't been up here since the hurricane, so it already, just from here, it looks destroyed. Now I can tell you that normally where I'm standing is about 3 feet of water. Anytime that we would fish this or wade this at nighttime, we'd be up there in about 1 foot of water right here. So normally this right here is about 3 feet of water, and we're actually fishing out into this. So Manny, he just hooked into one out there. I think it was a trout. He's coming up now, but I'm gonna take you guys for a little walk around the island, show you it a little bit. This is a great island to camp on if you're over in this area. There's a lot of wind blockage up there. I don't know about right now, but I know back when I used to camp there, there was a lot of wind blockage. So you could put your tents up there, the wind wouldn't affect you. It'd be a nice area to camp. You come out here, fish at night. If you walk to the backside, it leads to the other side of the island. There's trails all over there. It's really a nice area to camp on. But I'm gonna go get my stuff situated and I'll be back. Okay, so this is the area where we'd pull up, anchor boat right out there, and then come up. And this sign that used to be here pretty much used to say, like, leave land untouched. Don't leave any trash. Don't leave anything that's not natural here. And you can tell all these trees used to be standing. This metal crate, the very first time me, my brother, and my buddy Manny camped here, we brought this metal crate here. And I'm glad to see that still here, because everybody uses it. You can use it for a grill, use it for a table. We actually found this thing on the side of the road and we brought it here probably about 7 years ago. So it's nice to see that it's still here and still being used. But this is the area. This all used to be open. Trees would be up. We put a tent over here, put a tent over there. So I'm glad you can still camp on it. It's still campable. And if you go through there, it leads to the other side of the island, to the backside. There used to be a trail, but it looks like that trail's not there anymore. But it's a very, very beautiful island to camp on. And like, the wind's blowing all over and I can't feel it really from here. So this island has a lot of coverage. And you can come right out here up to the front, and we've caught several snook, shark, all sorts of fish right off here. I mean, we've caught trout right out of the water, brought them up, cooked them over a fire. It's an amazing island to camp on. But I just wanted to show you guys this island. I actually wanted to kind of look at it, see how bad it got hit. And it's not too bad, but a lot of these trees used to give a nice coverage at nighttime. I mean, during the day, so you wouldn't get as hot. You'd have a lot more shade. But I'm glad to see that it's still campable and still able to use it. But now we're gonna go get back to the kayak. We're probably gonna wade around this corner. As you can see out here, it's super choppy. You can see all that land right out there. So it's super choppy out here, but as soon as we come around to this side over here, the wind dies down. It's very calm, and it believe in trash. But we're gonna fish this backside. Manny's out there. It looked like he was getting into something earlier, so I'm gonna go join him and we'll get back to you guys as soon as we get some more fish on the board. So what I'm doing right now is I'm walking this flat and I'm paying attention, and I'm starting to see that, put this back in the trash, I'm noticing, even the last time I was here, I noticed that there was a lot of pinfish, about 3 to 4 inches pinfish. So a color that I love throwing here in Boca Grande, so one of my favorite colors in Boca Grande to throw is the pinfish. So it's a Z-Man, it's a 4-inch pinfish, diesel minnow. So what I'm gonna do is, since I'm noticing a lot of pinfish in the area, I'm going to put a pinfish Z-Man on. Just trolling. Got a hook in my arm. It's playing a fish with a hook in my arm. Oh yeah, it's a nice trout. Yeah, look at that. Nice. Woo.
Nicely done, my brother.
Got that dang mirror ding stuck in my arm. Nice. Nice. Look, so I'm trying to get him. Wet my hands.
Really nice one.
Yeah. Z-Man.
Yeah, he choked that.
Oh yeah. See if I can't. Ah, there we go. I'm back in the water. There you go, bud. So we were actually on our way back from fishing those potholes. It was just way too windy over there. We weren't able to stay anywhere. Even our stickets were getting ripped out because this is hard ground, so it's hard to get it in deep. But we were just trolling our paddle tails behind us. And as soon as I came off that flat into that deep hole, that one took it. But what we're doing is we're heading back to this channel we were fishing this morning. We're gonna head and take that channel back to where the launch is and fish it back home, because this wind's just getting way more windy out here. So we're gonna get back into this channel and try to see if we can't catch any more snook on our way back. I ain't caught nothing on this yet, so I'm gonna throw this, let it sink down to the bottom. Oh, someone's getting me. Got him! Ladyfish. Got me a lady. Hang on. Nice. Yeah, right in his mouth. These little eels work phenomenal. Don't start shitting everywhere. Yeah, they'll poop everywhere. I actually got it on my kayak and stuff, but these little eels work great. I'm just gonna let him back in. Okay. Got him. Yeah, a little snook. Pulling me right into the dang bushes. Oh. Oh. Yep. I think he's hung up. Oh, no, he's right there. I can see him. Almost got him out. This is hard as hell. Yeah. He's still hooked and I'm all caught up in this tree. I'm getting him out though, bud. Got someone's old line. Here he is. Oh yeah. Now that's some fishing right there, boy. Oh, yeah. All up in these trees. Woo. Oh. Done hit my phone. Got my poles all in the mangroves. Got someone else's line.
Got him.
Hey Manny, we doubled up on the snook.
Got him.
Nice.
Doubled up.
Doubled up. Look at that guy right there. He's little, but he gave one hell of a fight. Nice. You know, I'd rather catch a small snook that gives one hell of a fight than a big one that just comes right to the boat. Look at him. Surprised these snook are biting like this.
Oh, he inhaled it.
There he goes.
There he goes. shot.
There he goes. Look at that. Oh yeah, you got one too. Double up. Nice. I need to get out of these bushes now. Alright guys, so we're gonna end on that double up. It's already approaching time for us to be back at the kayak launch, but I'd say it was a pretty decent day. Got out here, really low tides. I mean, all of this in front of us was all land when we got out here this morning. We were expecting 10-mile-an-hour winds at max, and we came out to almost 15-20-mile-an-hour winds. I mean, it was crazy. So we came up in this little cut right here. This island was blocking all the wind, and we started hooking into some snook. We got some snapper, got jack, we got some trout when we hit the flats. You know, I tried to take you around that island, show you a little bit of the nature part of Boca Grande. That island means a lot to me. I have so many memories on that island with my brother, my friends, my kids, you know, my fiance, and there's just so much in this area that I love. So I feel like it was a really good day. We caught quite a bit of fish today. No monsters, but the fact that we got out here this morning, I wasn't expecting one snook to get on the board. I was expecting trout and possibly even some sheephead, but we actually didn't even get the shrimp like we planned on. And that just goes to show you don't need bait to come out here and make a good day happen. And that, you know, you don't want to waste time on bait all the time when you can get out here with just some artificial and get out here and just start fishing right off the bat. So we're gonna end it on that double up. I hope you guys enjoy the footage. Whenever we get back to kayak launch, I'll do a quick tackle talk with Manny. I've been waiting to include him into one of my tackle talks just because his knowledge, I mean, I learn a lot from him, just like we bounce a lot of good ideas on each other. So I'm gonna include him into the tackle talk just because, you know, he knows his stuff just as much as I know mine. We both fish the same way. So I'll see you guys later, and remember, there's always time for that one more cast. See you guys later. Alright guys, we're back at the launch. So I'm gonna do a quick tackle talk for you guys. So what I was using today was, this is a trout eye by iStrike, and this is an eel by Miro Lure. These work really good for redfish, trout, snook, a little bit of everything. I caught the snook on these today. I started out this morning using a 3-inch Z-Man Beer Run paddle tail. I ended up taking it off and putting on a larger profile. I ended up putting on a Pinfish diesel minnow. This is the 4-inch one on the iStrike Texas Eye. And then what I also threw today, I didn't have any action on, was the regular Mirrodine. And that's why I threw today. I had 20-pound fluorocarbon on each setup this morning, and it did fairly well. I caught snook on the Beer Run, I caught a snook on the Pinfish, I caught a snook on this one, I caught the trout and the ladyfish. I caught actually the ladyfish on the eel, and then I caught the last snook on the Pinfish. What do you say, Manny?
Right here, I used the Mirror eel. You know, it's a great bait. No luck on it today. We'll have some better luck next time. Also had this Mirrodine here. I put some inline hooks with it. This one right here, I had a couple strikes. Real small stuff like snapper and whatnot. But this is another great bait to use out here in these Southwest Florida waters. The main proprietor though was this diesel minnow in the Beer Run color. This is what I caught a majority of the fish off of today with the Texas Eye 1/8 ounce, 20-pound fluorocarbon. You can see it's a little chewed up from those snook biting all day. The bite was fire all day long. It was a good time.
Yeah, so we came out here, it was more windy than we thought, and we still were able to make something happen. It was cold this morning, like 60 degrees out, 59, 60 degrees out, really windy, and we were still able to find a cut, get out of the wind, and make something happen. So my buddy Manny right here, always fishing with him, and we'll see you guys next time. Remember, there's always time for one more cast.